no shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. RPO complete to open the drive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Howard. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Knight. He makes a catch. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked.
Yeah, you saw how they just overloaded the left-hand side that time. They were able to overwhelm the offensive line, get in the backfield, and then get their paws up to block that kick.
To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Caught over the middle, it's Wiggins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Basco. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. He did. not make it a stone wall on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Cobb. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wants to throw. It's Knight. He lets it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
To the air, it's Knight. Fakes to grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
That's caught. It's Cobb. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wiggins. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on first down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route.
There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, it's Basco. Looking for a huge play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the...
Intercepted deep in his own end. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the owner.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Dropping back, it's Knight. Quarterback adapting. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Dumps it to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Cobb. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Flushed out of the pocket. Look out, he's got room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to take off. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Here comes the heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Buys a little extra time. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air. It's Basco. Makes the catch. It's Green. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. With the catch, it's Mason. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start the third quarter with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. And this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Vasco. Unleashes one deep. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Taking it the other way. The 40, the 30, the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Holloway. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Going to take a shot at this DB. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First play of this drive comes from the 27. To throw, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Got a man, it's Cobb. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass. We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Power football with the run. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Basco. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, they're not get free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes a catch on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. These fans touching the figurative Hokie Stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Cobb. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Scanning the field, it's Vasco. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Heath. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So here comes the Auburn offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Working that left side now. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Knight. Had to throw it before he wanted. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Back to pass. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. The sweet feet buy a little time. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up 14 over Ole Miss. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it in the middle, it's Heath.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running it to the right. Shakes off the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air, it's Vasco. Sends it downfield. And it's caught inside the 20. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Puts it out of the air. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Hokies are threatening on first and goal. Now on the option. Touchdown, Hokies! Great job by the back on the option.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Snap in the shotgun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a... He hurls one deep down the left side. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. The Tigers will hustle to the line. They go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Motion from the wideout. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took